Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Can your reaction to one of the most outrageous and talked about segments of Netflix hit series on Harry and Meghan indicate whether you, yourself, and millions of other viewers are suffering from a stress or anxiety condition? Watch and you'll discover exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though I was like,
So when observing Harry's reactions to Meghan, did you see an angry, embarrassed, and contemptuous husband as described in these programs?
He is looking at Meghan and he displays contempt.
And to do this sort of mocking thing is
So do you think he was embarrassed in that moment? That's
I think he was definitely
language.
embarrassed in that moment, and one of the few moments he was embarrassed, and I think he should be embarrassed a lot more.
Or did you see an adoring husband, as I did, perhaps slightly in awe of his amusing wife, who maybe, just maybe, he so deeply loves for breaking him free from all the rigidity, inhibitions, and protocols that he was born into?
pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Was that okay?
While these reactions may be a simple case of confirmation bias, which is seeing what you already believe, there are dozens of scientific studies showing how both temporary stress, such as when you've had a bad day at the office, or more clinical anxiety, such as if you suffer from social anxiety disorder, how these conditions can completely affect your interpretation of so-called ambiguous faces. What the researchers do is they flash images of different facial expressions in intervals of 1/5 of a second, as we're doing here. And consistently, throughout these studies, individuals who have clinical anxiety or who are under temporary stress identify ambiguous or neutral faces much more frequently as being angry or threatening. While this video by no means is meant for you to self-diagnose anything whatsoever, it may indeed be interesting to see how you yourself interpret Harry's reaction to Meghan in this virally viewed Netflix scene.